So today's video is about the Google Pixel 6, and in this video you will get to know about its release date, price, news and leaks. We did not see anything about the Google Pixel 6 at the Google I/O 2021 keynote, but that is not surprising given its usual launch window later in the year. Still, we have already learned a ton about Android 12, and that is huge for fans looking forward to the Google Pixel 6. That is because the phone will likely be the first device to have the Android 12 operating system baked in. Brand new Android features will come to that phone first before trickling out to non-Google handsets. As for the Pixel 6 itself, we are starting to hear a lot of things about it unofficially, including spec leaks and renders. The picture so far is of a phone with a radical new design and one that could be joined by a Pixel 6 Pro. Now your questions must be, what is it? Is it a Google's next flagship phone, and when is it out? We would expect it towards the end of 2021, and how much will it cost? Maybe around $700. The only Pixel 6 release date rumor so far says to expect it in October, but that it could slip to November if there is a chipset shortage. That makes sense, as we would expect the phone to come out towards the end of 2021. Based on Google's flagship trends, October is most likely the best bet even without this rumor. With regards to price, that is a bit harder to guess because while the Pixel 3 and Pixel 4 were more premium offerings, the Pixel 5 is a mid-range phone, and we don't know if Google will stick in that price range or return to the top end. So if we talk about the design and display of this phone, we have had our first look at the possible design of the Pixel 6, courtesy of unofficial renders based on leaked images. You can see one of these below, and it is a big change if accurate. The renders show a camera block that runs across the width of the back, jutting out, and a three-tone color scheme. The bezels are thin, the punch-hole selfie camera is central, and the source claims that in addition to the color shown below, there will be a champagne gold model and a white one. They also says that there is an in-screen fingerprint scanner and that the back is made of glass. There is also apparently a Google Pixel 6 Pro. In fact, that is what the render below shows, but other than the number of cameras, two rear ones on the Pixel 6 and three on the Pro, and possibly the color choices, the two look basically identical in this leak. The source claims that the Google Pixel 6 Pro has dual stereo speakers, but that is to be expected on a premium phone. Elsewhere, we have heard that color options might not quite match those seen in renders so far, with another leaker saying to expect a peach, sand and a pink three-tone option, along with a silver and black one and a green model. The same source also said that the Pixel 6 Pro will have a 120Hz QHD screen, while the Pixel 6 will have a smaller, possibly 6.4-inch FHD flat screen with a 120Hz refresh rate. Based on renders, it seems that the Pixel 6 will likely have a dual lens rear camera, with the Pixel 6 Pro having a triple lens one. Additionally, one source claims that the Pro model will have both a primary wide-angle camera and a periscope telephoto camera. They don't name the third sensor, but it is likely to be an ultra-wide. In terms of specs, the Pixel 6 may use an in-house chipset going by the codename of Whitechapel. This is rumored to be in works for the phone and co-developed by Samsung. Rumors around the chip are gaining momentum, and we have now heard that it could be a 5nm chipset with a focus on AI and machine learning. However, it sounds like it won't match the best Android chipsets for performance, and our source claiming it will basically slot between the top-end Snapdragon 888 and the older Snapdragon 865 in terms of power. Another source has echoed these claims, saying that it rivals the Snapdragon 870 for power and a chipset that is high-end but not top-end. They added that its GPU performs well under stress. Finally, we have heard the Pixel 6 could have UWB or ultra wideband technology. This is a short range communications function that lets devices talk to each other if they are nearby. It can be useful for location tracking, so maybe the Pixel 6 will have some new feature regarding this. While we wait for further Google Pixel 6 leaks, we have pulled together some improvements we are hoping to see from the company for its next smartphone. The number one is a more inspired design. The Google Pixel 5 wasn't the most interesting looking smartphone in the world. In fact, some would go as far as calling it boring as a standard chocolate bar looking handset. Number 2 is the telephoto camera. Google Pixel phones have made a name for themselves by being great camera phones, but recent devices from the company don't actually have telephoto lenses, meaning all zooming is digital. That is essentially just cropping. Number 3 is the compact form factors. The earliest few generations of Google Pixel smartphones were pretty small, so they were easy to use, one-handed, fit in pockets well, and felt comfortable in the hand for people with smaller palms. Number 4 is more processing power. One of the main difference between older Pixel flagships and the Pixel 5 was the choice to use a mid-range chipset instead of a top-end one. That is a fair decision in theory. Not everyone needs top processing power, and most people can make do with middling power. So we would like to see Google improve the performance of its phones, whether that is by using better chipsets or by using mid-range processors with better optimizations. So it's the end of today's video. For further details and leaks of this phone, check out the link below in the description and comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video.